illegal immigration has dropped in the state of Texas to just a mere trickle. Then we talked about other things that we're doing. Texas has completed more than 50 miles of border wall. We're going to be adding another about 20 miles of border wall here in the coming days. It's under construction right now, and we've acquired more than 100 miles of easement. I'll let the president know that all of that is available for the United States of America. Texas built 2 military bases that can house 2,000 soldiers in one base, 400 soldiers in another base. I made sure the president know that was available to him. I let the president know that we have identified 4,000 jail cells in the state of Texas that can be used as detention facilities. So we're just continuing to find ways we can assist the Trump administration in finally securing our border.
Governor, did you ask him about the $11 billion reimbursement for Operation Lone Star?
Sure.
Did he offer to help you get that money?
Yeah, so listen, I brought up the topic as I have both with Speaker Johnson, with members of Congress. I'll be back again next week to talk more about that with members of Congress. But yeah, he understands that in part, this is in a way a real estate transaction because Texas can transfer to the United States of America a value of well over $5 or $6 billion of real assets on the ground that Texas put in place that will continue to secure the United States for decades to come.
Can you expound on the $5 to $6 billion? Is that land or?
So on the border wall itself, more than 50 miles, and adding the 20 miles we're working on right now. No, this is during the past 4 years. So what Texas is seeking is reimbursement to the state of Texas of about $11 billion of costs incurred over the past 4 years because of the unprecedented illegal crossings that took place that has never before happened. And what Texas did, we've already finished 56 miles of border wall. We have under construction another 18 miles of border wall. We've acquired, and in the process of finishing the acquisition of more than 100 miles of land for more than 100 miles of more border wall. Those are real tangible real estate assets for the federal government. It's the same wall that Trump built, so it's the same specifics, same schematics, all that, and so it's turning over an asset that the Trump administration or the United States of America would have invested in. But it's more than that. For the next 4 years, for the United States of America to have a physical location, a base of operation. One is in Eagle Pass, another is in Del Rio, where the United States of America can use about 2,500 beds for, it could be military, it could be for Border Patrol, it could be for ICE agents, whatever the case may be. That is there for them to be able to use. Also, the state of Texas is offering 4,000 prison cells at no cost to the United States that they will be able to use for at least the next 4 years or longer than that if it's needed. And so there are ways in which there's valuable real estate that can be transferred ownership from the state of Texas to ownership to the United States of America. And that the value of that is close to $6 billion.
Did he go for that deal?
He understood exactly what he was talking about. Listen, he has to talk to his advisors. He has to talk to Congress just like I do.
And Governor, can you confirm if Mexican troops have arrived at the border and what you have seen? Is there any progress on that?
Yeah, I personally have not seen them. I know that the announcement has been made about the Mexican troops going to the border. I can tell you what I've seen in the past, and that is whenever Mexico does send troops to the border, it has an immediate impact, an immediate reduction in the number of people crossing the border illegally. And I just have to assume that this will replicate this, and this could even be larger because in the past I've seen 1,000 or 2,000, not 10,000. If they do that, it'll have an enormous impact, and we will see an almost immediate elimination of any illegal border crossings.
Have you spoken to Congress concerning your reimbursement request so far, and have you spoken to any appropriators? What was their response like so far?
Sure. So I have sat down with the Speaker in the Speaker's office and had the opportunity to visit with all the key leaders of the Texas Republican delegation, which is the largest Republican delegation in Congress. And many of those are involved either in appropriations or budget and things like that. And they are enthusiastically working with their fellow members. I have reports back from them about, listen, this is something that Republicans in particular across the country, but there's no reason why it should be partisan. People are excited about helping out because they know the fact I'm about to tell you. Texas law enforcement have seized more than 600 million deadly doses of fentanyl. Texas law enforcement alone has seized more than enough fentanyl to kill every man, woman, and child in the United States, Canada, and Mexico combined. Here's the point. None of us know, and will never know, how many lives were saved because of Texas law enforcement getting that fentanyl off the streets before it got into other states, killing people across the country.
Sir,
Last question.
Reports of the Mexican cartel authorizing the use of weaponized drones.
Can you repeat? I missed the first part of your question.
There's been reports of the Mexican cartels authorizing the use of weaponized drones against border patrol agents, as well as these recent shootings on the border. Does law enforcement or the National Guard have plans to combat this?
Yeah, so before President Trump was elected for this second term, during the Biden administration, both Texas law enforcement and Texas National Guard had been fired upon across the border, had encountered drones across the border. And now with this clampdown, that exacerbates the situation with the cartels, and there's every expectation that they're going to elevate their level of activity. And especially with the advancements and capabilities of drones, both the United States and Texas, in every border state, needs to be prepared to defend themselves and maybe engage in responding as the case may be.